Outlander Season 7 has finally come to a close, and the finale's twist ending certainly packed a punch. The fantasy TV series will conclude with Season 8, so Claire and Jamie's story is beginning to work toward its definitive end. Outlander Season 7, Episode 16, 100,000 Angels, was a significant step in this process. It opened up with the reveal that Claire had survived her gunshot wound from the Battle of Monmouth and that her recovery was going smoothly. With this out of the way, Jamie and Claire decided it was time to return home to Fraser's Ridge in North Carolina. Of course, the happy conclusion to Claire's Outlander Season 7 injury doesn't mean that all of her and Jamie's troubles are over. William turns up at the church where Claire was recovering in Episode 16 to request that Jamie help him break Jane Pocock out of prison. As all this is happening, the Outlander Season 7 finale periodically jumps to Brianna and Roger in 1739, where they visit with old relatives and decide what will be next for them. Of course, Lord John and young Ian had some time at center stage as well, but nothing quite compares to Claire's revelation about her daughter Faith. Outlander Season 7 finale's Faith twist explained. Claire believes her daughter Faith lived. The final scene of Outlander Season 7 saw Claire discover little Fanny singing a song in the Continental Church. This isn't just any song, it's a number called I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside, which was written in 1907 and first recorded by Mark Sheridan in 1909. Fanny couldn't possibly know this song in 1779 unless she was somehow connected to a time traveler. After realizing what Fanny was singing, Claire had a flashback to singing I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside to her stillborn daughter, Faith, decades prior. This leads Claire to turn to Jamie and announce that their child may have lived. Claire has come to the tentative conclusion in Outlander Season 7's finale that Jane and Fanny's mother was her and Jamie's daughter, Faith. She realized when looking at the woman's locket that they shared the same name, and Jane's red hair seemed to be another indicator that this was possible. However, it was Claire's vision of Master Raymond that really put Faith on her mind. Master Raymond had healed Claire following her traumatic birth in France, and by her bedside in the church, he apologized for something she would soon discover. If this was more than a vision, something miraculous is happening here. How Faith could have survived, and what Master Raymond has to do with it. Faith was stillborn in Outlander Season 2, Episode 7. Master Raymond Outlander. The reveal that Faith might have survived after she was stillborn in Outlander Season 2 is a significant twist. There had never been any question that the baby was lost, especially since Claire held Faith's body for several hours following the birth. Mother Hildegard was kind enough to name, baptize, and properly bury the baby even though she had been born deceased. It seems that Faith's survival is entirely impossible. However, Master Raymond is the piece of this puzzle that turns the entire story on its head. Back in Outlander Season 2, Episode 7, Faith, Master Raymond snuck into the hospital and healed Claire, who was near death resulting from infection. The man ran his hands along her body, and as he did, Claire said she could feel the infection leaving. After she was healed, Master Raymond mentioned that Claire had a blue aura, like his own, which signified healing. Claire saw this blue aura surrounding the bird in her vision, and Raymond said the wings would carry away her pain. None of this was explained in Outlander Season 2, but Master Raymond promised he would see Claire again. Outlander Season 7's finale has delivered on this promise. Raymond returned to Claire's bedside in her vision, and the image of the blue bird's wings came with him. The implication here is that Master Raymond's blue healing powers, which Claire also unknowingly possesses, were used to bring Faith back to life. However, rather than returning the baby to Claire, Master Raymond set the child on some other journey. He seems to be apologizing for this in Outlander Season 7's finale. Still, there are too many questions left unanswered. Jane Pocock's death in Outlander Season 7, Episode 16 explained. William was too late to save Jane. Jane in Outlander. The catalyst for Claire's suspicion about Faith's survival in Outlander Season 7, Episode 16, was Jane Pocock's death. This girl was a prostitute from Philadelphia with whom William had developed a connection. Previously in Season 7, Jane murdered a man named Captain Harkis to stop him from molesting her sister, Fanny. This resulted in her arrest, but William promised Fanny that he would save her from being hanged. Unfortunately, by the time William had recruited Jamie to help break into the meeting hall, Jane was dead from suicide. Following Jane's death, Claire and Jamie agreed to take in Fanny and bring her back to Fraser's Ridge. This ultimately led Claire to believe that Jane and Fanny's mother had been her daughter Faith. If this is true, it would mean Jamie and Claire are taking in their granddaughter. Of course, it would also mean that when William slept with Jane, he had been sleeping with his niece. This revelation certainly wouldn't improve his relationship with Jamie.